SFL Week 7 action brings us to the Circle City and the inaugural Battle of 496 as the Motor City V8s visit the Indianapolis Ramblers. I am Justin Reside along with my broadcast partner Mark Lopez with Dwayne Schindler and Liam Crowder on stats. And Liam, this one is a big one. This is North versus Central in a first ever meeting between these two squads.
Yeah, it's the first meeting between both squads, one of which is a new franchise. But it's going to be an interesting meetup as well. Justin, these are two teams. We're talking about the Battle of Highway 469 or something, and these two teams are going to bring it on the field. Both teams falling behind in each of their respective divisions, hungry for some wins so that they can be not left behind in the dust. So we'll see what both teams bring to the table today.
Yeah, they are going to have to bring it because Indianapolis and Motor City have a lot to prove, being at the bottom of their standings right now. Indianapolis 1-4 in the Central Division, and Motor City doing well as well, but they're in the bottom of their North Division standings. With looking up at London at 0-6 London right now, as the coin toss is being called by Motor City, and it is, and they have won the toss, and they will defer to the second half, and that we will see the Indianapolis Ramblers offense come out here here at the Snake Pit in Indy. As Caleb Richards sets the ball on the tee here. Hand is in the air. And we are underway in Indianapolis, Indiana. As Rockefeller brings it up from his 10-yard line, and he will take it to the 27-yard line. And let's meet this Indianapolis offense. Colin Pierce, the quarterback. Brad Jones, the halfback. The wide receiver tandem is Ed Williams, Jay Viper, Ryan Roosevelt, and Jeff Banfield. Tight ends are Randy Pierce and Gibson Rickenbacker, and Jacques Lockenpure is the tackle. First and 10 from the Indianapolis 27 for the Ramblers. Handoff is to Jones, and Jones trying to find the hole, but he is met there by one of the big defensive men. Man, there is. As we meet this Motor City defense, Doug Hauer and Dakota Butts are the defensive ends. Mike Bellot and Ronnie Panini, Timothy Colley, Cabo Sannon, and Matthew Horloff are the linebackers. Mark Kaufman, Dion Barney are and Ty White and Rashad King are the quarterbacks, and David Lellers, Nicholas Warner are the safeties. As that pass was incomplete.
Yeah, interesting start. Good start defensively by Motor City and display Motor City stout on the rushing defense, allowing only 80 yards per game. We saw that in the first play, stuffing the play behind the line of scrimmage. Look for a lot of that this game.
Yeah, as we go to a forward wide shotgun here by Colin Pierce. Pierce throws it, and he throws a bomb, and that is complete. And that is Ryan Roosevelt on the catch. First down for Indianapolis at the 42.
Yeah, Ryan Roosevelt just run himself open, and good recognition by Colin Pierce, spotting his guy, throwing him open, and good play right there. They were down 3rd and long, and they convert on 3rd and long, and that might set the tone for the rest of this game.
As that's the table here on 1st and 10 for Indianapolis at the 42. Pass is complete down the middle. As Rickenbacker gets the catch.
Yeah, Colin Pierce, I think, froze the one single linebacker left in the middle. Finds Rickenbacker for a good gain.
Second and a yard coming up here. That was a gain of 9 by Rickenbacker. Handoff is to...
Nice.
Yep.
Whoa!
Handoff is to Brad Jones, and Jones, he is all the way... Bombs away! Touchdown, Indianapolis!
Oh my goodness. In the single play, they flipped the script, turned what seemed to be a slow drive into a touchdown. What a huge play by Jones. Brad Jones, averaging 111 carries a game, gets a touchdown in his second carry alone. What an incredible play, and what incredible blocking, by the way. The edge blocking right there, and then Jones just making it around his blocker, avoiding tacklers, and that was the key. Just blocking, and Jones doing all the work downfield. Touchdown. What a fast start.
Yeah, fast start indeed. I can say I think that felt like the first lap at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That run there by Brad Jones.
Wow. I mean, two big plays, right? You got to throw out to the side for a huge gain conversion, then the huge run. That dotted the I for this drive.
As the bar kick is up and good. Good, and it's 7-0 Indianapolis that quick. And if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League, combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game all into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. The kick is away, and Smith Barney will get it at his about goal line here, and he'll bring it back to the 26-yard line of Motor City. And let's meet this Motor City offense. Ibrahim Krieta is the quarterback. Scott Ballou is the halfback. Christopher Dean is the fullback. You have two wide receivers, and Shane Kaufman and Rain Darby. Three tight ends here. Mazea Maheta, Phil Clausen, Guy Clausen. And you have the triple McMillan, Bill, Phil, and Gil McMillan all on the line. As it's first and 10 from the Motor City 26. Krieta on the flats pass over to Ballou Scott, and she will get a few yards out of that. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, look for lots of out routes. Look for lots of passes for medium and short. Those are the kind of passes that Krieta really loves. By the way, the number one quarterback in terms of completions and yards in this game was really holding his team back, and his offense back has been scoring, middling to bottom of the league at 24th points per game.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line. Catch is made almost out of bounds there. Guy Clausen attempting to make the catch, but he was called out of bounds. 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that ball left Krieta's hands maybe a full second too late. Because by the time it got to Clausen's hands, he was already out of bounds. Momentum took him out there. That would have been a good play for a conversion, but they'll do another. They'll attempt it one more time.
Yeah, one more time. 3rd and 9 from the 26-8-yard line. Krieta looking to throw, and he is throwing it out of bounds. I think he was looking for Kaufman there, but somebody got whacked there on the sideline there, and it'll be a punt for Motor City.
I'm surprised they don't give penalties for whacking people on the sideline. But man, that was pressure. That was basically pressure down the middle by the Indiana offense. You got Rocco Rossi, you got Chris Joseph coming from the edge. Those guys just poured in the pressure and nothing doing for Ibrahim Krieta on that play. Good defense.
And a really good defense here as John Pickles comes out to punt here, and fair catch called by Rockefeller at the 41-yard line. We didn't meet the Indianapolis. That was a quick 3 and out. We will meet the Indianapolis Ramblers defense a little bit later. But right now we have the Indianapolis offense coming out.
You're right about quick. It's quick, but for the wrong reason. You don't want your offense to be quick because it had to punt after 3 plays. But that was the case for Motor City. Now they're going to go back on defense.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for Indianapolis at their own 41 handoff. It's Brad Jones, and Jones again. Here he goes again. Bombs 20, 10, bombs away. Touchdown Indianapolis.
This guy's overspeeding. Someone call the cops. This is illegal. 2 plays, 2 touchdown rushes. Each of those plays probably over 30, 40 yards of rushing. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. That went for 59 yards. His previous rush was for 51 yards. This guy's playing out of his mind.
Oh my goodness, Brad Jones. What I believe somebody gave him his Wheaties this morning, or this after whatever was lunches this afternoon. They gave him this speed today.
He's already had over 100 yards in 2 plays, and prior to this game, in 5 games, He has 346 yards total. He already has a third of all his yards in 2 plays. He is, something must have happened between the bye week and today. They've just recognized some key blocks had to be made in the first level, and then Jones just does his thing in the middle, in the second level and beyond. That's what basically happened in that play. That was the breakdown of that play as he broke down the defense.
Yeah, as Barr is about to kick off to Lane Barney. Kick is away. Lane Barney's at his 5. Brings out one, trying to stiff arm one man, but he brings it back to the 23-yard line. That's where Motor City will try to not get a 3-and-out this time on a 1st and 10 at the 23.
And this offense must be reeling, or it's funny because after a very quick drive, they are back on the field, but again for the wrong reason. It's because the defense allowed a one-play drive. Now they look to put points on the table themselves.
Yes, Creator's under center here in this form. Two back wide set. He throws it, and that one is caught on the sideline there.
Was that a sidearm throw?
Yeah, as he finds Doring Darby on the catch. That'll be a 2nd and 6 coming up. Gain of 4.
Darby on that catch right there. I thought that was good pressure from the defense again, almost getting home to Creata. But this time Creata on time with the release. Still gains only 4 yards, but that's still forward progress, and they might look at the bunch at the bottom. There might something happening there.
Yeah, bunch at the bottom there as Creata goes back to throw. Sidearms it. Caught there by Baloo Scott, and Scott, she will get a couple yards there. 3rd and 3 coming up.
Baloo Scott also a pivotal piece for Motor City's passing game. Despite only carrying 35 carries total in the past 5 weeks, she is the player with the 4th most receptions overall. 46 receptions in the season already.
As Creata goes back to throw, sidearms it once again off the hands there of Lorraine Darby there, and it's 4th and 3.
Lorraine Darby this time unable to take that down with him, and another 3-and-out. Unfortunate for Motor City, and suddenly you look at this game, the complexion of the game, the offense has been generating nothing, and the defense has been allowing Indiana to generate everything.
Yeah, generating. Motor City has gone 3 and out so far in this game as Pickles is back to punt. Rockefeller's back to return. Another fair catch called. This time he's at this 40-yard line. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for Indianapolis. And we've already seen 2 quick runs here by Brett Jones. And I guess you can say Indianapolis is already rumbling pretty much here, Mark.
Yeah, perhaps. We'll see if they have another quirk to throw towards the Brad Jones rushing offense. Perhaps those 2 are flukes, but we'll see. Might be poised to run this time.
Yeah, boys, this time it's a pass as Pierce goes back to throw. Oh my goodness, almost a complete and some saving tackle by Nicholas Warner there. But Colin Pierce throws it a long, deep ball to Jeff Banfield on that play.
Talk about big play Indiana. That's, I think, 3 plays in a row in their last 3 plays where they've gone for over 50 yards.
Yeah, 50 yards here, 50 yards there. Banfield making a beautiful catch there. 1st and 10 at the 16, already at the 16-yard line. Quickly flipping the field here and handoff here to Brad Jones, and Jones this time gets knocked down. And that is Lane Barney there to intercept Jones from making another big run.
And the defensive coaches on the sideline sighing a sigh of relief as finally the running defense actually works and stops a huge run or a run.
Another handoff to
Jones,
and Jones gets whacked out of his boots there, coming up there to make the stop. There was David Leathers.
I mean, the blocking on the edge was good. Tacklers were sent on time before that play developed into more yards by Jones. But really, at the snap of the ball, there were just people being blocked downfield, and Jones had lots of room.
Yeah, 3rd and 9 coming up here for Indianapolis. Pierce to throw, and that one is caught. End zone touchdown. Ryan Roosevelt for the Indianapolis touchdown.
Yeah, Indiana's just making it look too easy. Ryan Roosevelt. We talked about how in Ryan Roosevelt's first catch earlier in the first drive, he ran himself open. Same deal here. Cuts inside to where there was nobody within 2-3 yards of him. Makes the catch. That was an easy pass for Colin Pierce. When your receivers run their routes well, those kind of decision making makes the pass easier for a quarterback, and suddenly it's a touchdown. Wow. Look, it's 21 points, and we're barely past half of the quarter.
Yeah, three touchdown lead already for Indianapolis as this one is up and it is good. 21-0 Indianapolis, and this feels like what Canton did earlier last night to Queen City in a way.
In a way, for sure. We'll see if it's going to end the same way in this game, Justin. But, it is a strong start for Indiana. We haven't seen much from Motor City. Motor City going to look to finally do at least something. At least get a first down. They've had 2-3 and out so far.
Yeah, as Blaine Barney brings out from Zenden to the 35-yard line. Let's finally meet this Indianapolis defense. Rocco Rossi and Chris Joseph are the defensive ends. Corey Dobbins, Derek Grinko are the defensive tackles. Adam Wiseman, Chris Brinton III, and Chad McDermott are the linebackers. Blake Prine, Dominic Matz, Ernest McCrae Sr. are the cornerbacks. Safeties are Ham Anderson, Kanye Rockefeller, and Bryant James. 1st and 10 for Motor City at the 25-yard line. Handoff is to Blue Scott, and Scott will get a couple-yard gain out of that, 2 to be exact. Rocco Rossi on the tackle.
Yeah, the front four of Indiana, you have all 4 star players. Rocco Rossi amongst them. We have 3 of the 4 players within the top 30 in terms of sacks this season. So on the sacking level, they are pretty good.
2nd and 9, 8 from the 27-yard line. Another handoff to Blue Scott, and Scott trying to get her way through the pile there, and she can't. She is stopped there by Chad McDermott.
But still, that would have been stopped at 0-yard gain. She makes something out of nothing. Gets 2 yards by squeaking in the middle, but as you said, tackled immediately. That's just a short yard gain. They need more to convert finally on the first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 here. Trieta going back to pass this time. Throws it, and that one is caught in the middle of the field there. And that is complete to Guy Clausen there. First down, Motor City.
Clausen's first catch finally after being targeted several times already this game, and it's for a first down. Their own sigh of relief as they finally get their first down, but they need more, and they need to get going, keep going.
Yeah, they need to be don't stop offense here as it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Long throw by Creata, and Creata almost gets an interception on his hand. But there is Blake Prine and his friends there to make the block, or make the pass deflection.
Yeah, they blocked the pass from being a catch because that seemed like it was on target right there. A 50-50 catch. It's in fact a pass deflection right here. That could have gone either way, Justin. But
yeah, Rockefeller was also there with Phil Cost, the intended receiver.
Yeah. Good defense. Yeah, good defense.
2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line of Motor City, or 39-yard line. Creata gets a snap, and he completes that pass out. Going out to the sideline for a 5-yard gain is Darain Darby.
I guess it's fine that was just on the 2nd down, as opposed to that being their 3rd down play. Another pass for short. At the very least, it's a safe pass, safe yardage gain. And probably the only open receiver. Many of his other receivers were covered downfield.
3rd and 5 from the 44. Fake handoff here by Creata, and Creata looking.
Oh!
I think he was looking for Christopher Dean there, but I think one of the Rambler players got his hands on it.
Perhaps, yeah, I didn't see what happened. I thought it was caught and could have been for a first down, but instead either dropped or punched out.
Yes, Pickles comes out to punt. Rockefeller back to return. Kick from Pickles is away. Rockefeller in his 25 and a fumble. He fumbled the football and it's covered there. Looked like.
Okay. I think Motor City. Is that Motor City who recovered the ball?
Yeah, I believe so. 27 there recovered it.
Wow, what a turnaround.
Or make that.
Wait, did he?
Yeah, that was a Motor City recovery. That was King Rashid on the recovery there.
Wow.
1st and 10 on the 42 after the recovery of the fumble there by King Rashid. Hand off to Christopher Dean, and Dean pushes his way through the pile 2 yards. 2nd and 8 for Motor City.
At the very least, that's the one thing that went well for Motor City finally, is that one thing going for them was a fumble on a punt. Can they capitalize? That is the question.
Yeah, can they capitalize here? Another handoff to Christopher Dean, and Dean shimmies and shakes his way to another short yard, maybe about a 2-yard gain there, and it's 3rd and 4 coming up.
Dean seeming like a little more successful in the rushing game for Motor City. Maybe leaning on Dean a little heavier in this game would be advantageous, but we'll see what else Motor City has in their playbook.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 at the 16-yard line of Indianapolis. Good, it gets a snap. Throws it over to the sideline. That one's caught on the short of the first down marker. Orain Darby there catching it short, 4th and inches.
I feel like you can challenge this. You're giving up a timeout if it fails, but you're still very early in the half. I felt like that could have been a first down. It's so close.
Going for it on 4th and inches, I formation. Creata trying to draw Indianapolis into a neutral zone infraction, and he cannot. Timeout called.
Yeah, if you're gonna bring a timeout, Justin, I think challenging the first down there could have been more fruitful. At least you are challenging something as opposed to just throwing off sides here. But it will generate points. The unfortunate thing for Motor City, that was technically a 3 and out, if not for being in field goal range.
Yeah, that was definitely you're still in the range of Caleb Richards here. As the holder is set here on this field goal. Step and hold are good. The kick is up. And the kick is good from 28 yards. It's now 21-3 Indianapolis Ramblers.
Finally, with points on the table, the defense is coming out again. It seems like we have been seeing this Motor City defense way too much this game because of how often Indiana's offense have gotten themselves on the field.
Yeah, got themselves down early, couple 3 and outs, and now they had a successful drive here on the field goal as Rockefeller, we'd said, is about 10 to 5 yard line here. Brings it out on, goes to the left side, and he will have Indianapolis start this drive at the 29.
And now the defense, we'll see if things can change for them. So far, just a lot of blocking has been happening where there's so many yards after a catch or just rushing yards, period.
First and 10 for Indianapolis at the 28. Pierce back to Thash. He throws it short.
Oh, no.
An incomplete pass, looking for a Pierce-to-Pierce connection there.
I guess that connection did not happen as Randy Pierce dropped the ball. He was wide open, maybe thrown a little too low. I mean, if one, a shoelace catch is a difficult catch for sure. So maybe that could have been on Colin Pierce, but it's unfortunate for that. That still, it's a positive that could have been the completion. We'll see if they go back to it. Probably not in this formation.
Yeah, not in this formation as he gets the snap, throws. That one is caught this time. Pierce there making him amends for his drop there as he gets a 6-yard gain out of that one, 3rd and 4.
Making amends for sure, re-establishing that connection. And, your quarterback tight end relationship or connection in the game is important because those are the players who make key catches when your wide receivers are covered.
3rd and 4 here. Another pass play coming here for Colin Pierce. He throws it long, and that one is caught all the way down at the 32-yard line. Roosevelt there on the catch.
They are just daring this defense to try to pick him off. Roosevelt, another huge catch. And 3 times we've seen Roosevelt just make a huge play for his team. It's a team effort for sure, but just making himself open and making himself the number 1 target. He's not even the number 1 target in the season for Colin Pierce, but has been the number 1 in both targets and yards.
1st and 10 at the 32 of Motor City. Pierce gets the snap. He throws it, and that one's caught again by Roosevelt, this time going out of bounds, getting a 5-yard gain.
He can do the long plays, the big plays. He can also do the meager and the humble 7 or 5-yard play, 5-yard catch that is still safe for a 5-yard gain. He can do everything.
Yeah, do Mr. Reliable. I guess you could say Mr. Reliable Rambler for Ryan Roosevelt here as the handoff is to Pierce or to Jones, and Jones will get stopped at the line. No gain there. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, at least finally the Motor City recognizing that perhaps Jones was the issue. Although a lot of his huge runs, Justin, have come from, coming out of the side as opposed to running down the middle. It's when those edges get sealed on the edge and he is able to go around those blockers, went for huge runs.
As the first quarter ends, it is 21-3 Ramblers over the VH. You are watching some Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Snake Pit in Indianapolis, Indiana. Mark Lopez, Justin Risa on the call, Wayne Schindler, and Liam Crowder on stats. As the handoff is to Jones, and Jones will go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ramblers.
I mean, that's too easy. At this point, it's like you're asking for pain and suffering if you don't get that side covered. That was the same play in their first touchdown run where that left edge was sealed. There was no help. Like, there was one blocker right there, and then Jones just makes a play on his own, breaks one tackle that was the one tackler left, and just squeaks into the touchdown. Wow.
Yeah, squeaking in for the touchdown. Squeaky clean. Touchdown number 3 for Brad Jones today. As Barr will come out to make this extra point.
Yeah, I guess we gotta give credit to Jacques, their left tackle, who has been a key part in all those huge runs.
Yeah, as that kick is up, and it is good. 28-3. Indianapolis over Motor City. And the SFL Network is coming to ESTV Plus app. 24/7 SFL programming that will include content created by our community, the SFL's greatest games from the archives, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Download the ESTV app on your Android or iPhone or on your TV through Roku, Amazon Fire Video, and more. The SFL Network, where the SFL creators come together. As Lane Barney will take this ball to the 24-yard line for a 1st and 10 from Motor City.
Yeah, Justin, they cannot afford another 3 and out or a turnover or a punt, because at this pace, Indianapolis will just run away with scoring on the table. They need a touchdown of their own.
Yeah, they need to touchdown now. So they're in an I formation here on 1st and 10 up to 24. Hand off to Christopher Dean, and Dean moves the pile up to the 28-yard line for a 4-yard gain.
I will say, though, that the defense read that it could be a handoff to not to Dean, but to Baloo Scott. Could have been a run to the edge, but I guess Brian Creator recognized that, the defense recognized that, and instead handed it off to Dean for 4 yards.
Yeah, as Creator switches calls at the line. Creator this time a handoff to Baloo Scott, and Scott is blown behind the line.
That's the exact defensive play that Indiana run in the previous play, where they were aiming to blow up Baloo Scott behind the line of scrimmage. They got her this time because the ball was with her instead of being with Dean.
3rd and 9 here at the 25. Creator throws, and that one is caught. 1st down, Motor City. Shane Kaufman on the catch.
There you go. A little sloppy as pressure got to Ibrahim Creator, but at least he got it out of his hands before that could have been, either a strip sack. Actually, lucky that it wasn't a strip sack, and instead a pass completion. And then Shane Kaufman with a completion of his own. So a good conversion for them. And they complete another 3rd down. They keep going this time.
1st and 10 at the 35. Shotgun formation. Creator throws. That one is caught there. Give that another catch to Shane Kaufman.
Another catch for him. Same route, same play, same result. And they'll take it. That's about a 4-yard gain per catch from him to Shane Kaufman. But perhaps they might surprise eventually Indiana with something big.
2nd and 6 and handoff to Baloo Scott, and Scott getting into the pile there. 3rd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, even in the middle, it's really rough for Baloo Scott to find anything for herself. With the linebackers, you really have really good linebackers right here. Although they have not been, some of them have been a young career so far in this league, but they are very good so far for the team.
3rd and 4 here at the 40-yard line of Motor City for Motor City. Creator gets hit and throws at the same time, and that one looked like caught out of bounds there by Orion Darby.
Man, I gotta say, Justin, this defense has been incredible with pass pressure. They have been unrelenting. They have either gotten home to Creator to hit him as he is throwing, or just making him make bad throws, and it shows. Another punt for them. Care off, what I would credit the front defensive line of Indiana.
Yes, Pickles kicks it away to Rockefeller. Fair catch call for at the 27-yard line. That's where Indianapolis will start this drive.
All right, now question time. Will Indiana score on this drive as well, or will Motor City finally put a stop to this scoring spree?
Let's go. Yeah, a scoring spree indeed. As Pierce and the Ramblers start the 27-yard line. I formation handoff to Jones, and Jones finds the hole, but he gets stopped there for a 4-yard gain.
Jones again still, work in that front, of Motor City, and making them guess which way will he go. I'm going this way. You're wrong. I'm going that way. Many times this Motor City defense has been burned. Not this time.
2nd and 6 from the 31 of Indianapolis. Pierce gets a snap. Looking to throw. He throws. And that one is caught down the middle. Big game for Ryan Roosevelt.
I mean, if Brad Jones is playing out of his mind on the ground, there's one guy who is in the air, soaring and flying and making huge plays of his own. That guy's name, Ryan Roosevelt. What a play by him. What a throw as well by Colin Pierce.
Big throw, big catch. Mr. Reliable Rambler Ryan Roosevelt on the wide receiver side. 1st and 10 at the 44 Motor City. Hand off to Jones, and Jones gets a hole, but he gets stopped there for another 4-yard gain.
Yeah, this time the linebackers, stayed in the middle, waiting for Jones to come through the middle as opposed to rushing the front and perhaps getting trapped there at the front and Jones breaking away. And that allowed them to cover Jones and prevent a huge gain for them. It's just a 4-yard gain instead.
Yeah, 2nd and 6 from the 41. Another handoff to Jones, and Jones this time is sacked behind the is dropped behind the line.
Yeah, but the question now for Motor City is, can they keep that up against now another pass? They're going to be looking at, once again to Ryan Roosevelt. They got to cover this guy. He has been playing out of his mind. He might be the prime target, Colin Pierce.
Yeah, prime target there is Rodney Penny gets a tackle for loss here and a spin by Ryan Roosevelt. He gets a 1st down at the 32 of Motor City.
Justin, we said how Ryan Roosevelt does everything. Long plays to short plays. He can also convert for a 1st down even though he's way behind the 1st down marker. Makes a spin move as if he is a running back and gets the 1st down. What a play by this guy. He could also be in the running for player of the game.
Definitely in the running. It's another handoff to Brad Jones, and Jones is sacked, dropped behind the line. Give that tackle for loss to Halford.
Yeah, Matthew Halford finally breaking away from his block. He was, Justin, he was blocked. He was blocked 2 seconds before the tackle, but he broke away. That could have been a huge run for Brad Jones because Brad Jones had just open field space. Matthew Halford just makes a huge tackle.
2nd and 11 from the 33 of Motor City. Pierce gets a snap. He throws, and that one is flicking for Roosevelt there, but Warner there with the pass deflection.
Yeah, fool me once or something. Joke's on you. Fool me twice, I'm the fool. But they've been throwing way too much to Ryan Roosevelt. That's not Ryan Roosevelt, but
that was Jay Viper. Yeah, that was Jay Viper there on the intended receiver.
The intended receiver for sure, but I think, finally your Motor City, you finally starting to get some reads in the quarterback. That's going to boost your confidence for sure.
Yeah, boosting and confidence because Colin Pierce goes to a 4-wide shotgun set. Pierce with the long throw, and that one is caught all the way down at the 5-yard line is Ryan Roosevelt.
Him again! This defense will be having nightmares starring Ryan Roosevelt tearing up this secondary. I mean, look right here again, 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of the man covering him, and he's just open. I don't know what I tell you, Justin. If you are open, you make the job of your quarterback so easy.
Yeah, so easy indeed. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line of Motor City for Indianapolis. Handoff to Jones, and Jones finds the hole. Touchdown, Indianapolis Ramblers.
It seemed like it was just slow motion for Brad Jones. Every single tackler was frozen in time as those blockers just sealed them, froze them, paralyzed them, and when everything stopped and Brad Jones is going, he's going to go to the touchdown. That's where he went this time around.
Yeah, like I guess either a Rick and Morty time machine there was stopping the whole Motor City defense.
Oh, yeah.
Let Brian Jones go.
I mean, it's not that they're not trying to stop him. It's just that they can't. This line has been incredible.
As the snap and hold are good, the kick is up by Barr, and it is good. And it is 35-3, Indianapolis over Motor City.
Incredible. Four rushing touchdowns for Brad Jones in the span of 1.5 quarters. Brad Jones is already, is already almost up to his total in the season. He has 5 total in 5 games. Now has 4 in this game.
As Barr kicks it off to Lane Barney. Lane Barney waiting about his 5. And he will get stopped at the 24-yard line. That's 1st and 10 Motor City. And Motor City down by about 30 points here. And now they got to answer a touchdown here because they're down by a whole bunch of touchdowns.
Abs still need every miracle that they can pull, be it the secondary team for a touchdown, an interception, a pick six. They need to get those turnovers, and they need them quick.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the 24. Right up, goes back to throw. He passes in the flat. Caught by Scott, and Scott. We'll get about a 3-yard gain on that 2nd and 7 coming up.
Unfortunately for Scott, she fell slightly backwards as she made the catch. Otherwise, she could have been upfield sooner for plenty of yards, but they'll take 3. They'll set up for, possibly another play. Scott is right there behind Ibrahim Creata. Might hand him
Yes,
off.
Creata gets a snap. Fakes once, throws it, sidearm style, and that one is caught by Phil Koss as he does. I look like a toe drag strike. That is a 1st down, Motor City.
Yeah, that's a great catch. He also does it in front of, number 17 right there. It's in front of the player who has been the player of the afternoon, Ryan Roosevelt. He said, I can do the huge plays as well on the sidelines, and makes a huge catch for his team.
Yeah, huge catch by Phil Koss. 1st and 10 at the 41 of Motor City. Handoff is to Scott, and Scott moves the pile about a yard or 2. 2nd and 9 coming up.
It's interesting that, whenever Little runs, or I wouldn't say Little, I'm not as tall as them either, but comparatively to the bigger men, they tried to push the pile, but still they attempt to do so. Gets 2 yards in that play.
2nd and 8 coming up for Motor City at the 43. Creata changing the play at the line. Gets the snap. He throws it, and that is up, down. Looked like he was looking for Guy Clausen, but he was in a sandwich. That pass is incomplete.
And another quarterback hit right there. This pressure is unrelenting. They just hawking on Creata. They just can't get their hands off of him. Creata might file a lawsuit against them for abuse or something. They just keep getting on him.
3rd and 8 from the 34 Motor City. Creata gets a snap. He throws it sidearm, caught, but that is short of the 1st down marker. Orain Darby on the catch.
That is rough. It seems like Motor City does not have much plays in their playbook for 3rd down and long conversions, because once again settled for a medium pass in the 3rd and 10 situation.
As Pickles comes out to punt. Rockefeller waiting about his own 15-yard line, or 25-yard line, and he brings it up to the 35-yard line. He stopped at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for Indianapolis. And the SFL has partnered with Raredrop and Raredrop Sports to advance events and live events and distribution. Live in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are in the works. Check out the SFL regular season games on their Twitch channel every weekend, and follow Raredrop Sports here on Twitch at twitch.tv/RDSports. As the handoff is to Brad Jones, and Jones gets stopped right there at the line. Sabo Cannon with the tackle for loss.
See, that's what you gotta do. You gotta overload the edge, not allow blockers for Brad Jones to generate open space for him. That's what Motor City did that time, and they were able to stop Brad Jones behind the line of scrimmage before he could get anything going.
Loss of 4 on that play is a 2nd and 14 from the 21-yard line. As Pierce gets a snap, he throws it. Looked like an alligator arm throw. I don't know who he was throwing to on that play.
Yeah, I was looking at the bottom of the screen where there were a bunch of people who could have been wide open. I did not see if there was a pat down on the line. Could have loved the replay, but That was a weird ball.
Yeah, an alligator arm throw. Weird indeed for Pierce to throw that ball, and we're in a shotgun, a 4 wide receiver set. 3 bunch to the top. Pierce gets the snap. He throws it. And that
Oh!
almost intercepted there. Looked like Panini, first man on the scene.
That could have sort of been the red X mark on Pierce's record for this game. His first offensive drive that did not end in points. Instead, they're going to punt it. And finally, one successful drive for the defense of Motor City. They finally forced this Indiana offense to punt.
Yes, it's 4th and 14 here. Punt. As the Indianapolis punt is away, Blaine Barney waits at about his 45. And he will bring it back to the 47. That'll be a 1st and 10. 10 seconds left to the 2-minute warning.
Motor City is only 4 touchdowns and 4 2-point conversions from tying this game. Can they do it with this time left on the clock in 2 more quarters? That's also assuming they prevent Indiana from scoring, but otherwise it is a very tall task.
Very tall task indeed. 35-3 current score. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. And up to Scott, and Scott will gain 3 yards out of that. 2nd and 7 coming up.
And you're looking at her numbers right there. At the bottom of your screen, 5 attempts, 6 yards.
As we hit the 2-minute warning here at the Snake Pit, 35-3, Indianapolis over Motor City. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on Twitch. Back for the final 2 minutes of this first half. Justin Reside, Mark Lopez on the call. Second and 7 from midfield here. Vito gets the snap. He throws sidearm, and that is complete over to Guy Clausen for a short gain of about 2. 3rd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, if you're Motor City, you're down this much, you still got to be optimistic. You've still got to, keep a chin up. There will be a crack in Indiana. They've got to find that crack, and they've got to capitalize. So far, they have not found the crack.
3rd and 4 here. Create a back to pass. Throws the sidearm once again. And that one's caught this time, even though they are short. It's Christopher Dean on the catch, but they're short by a yard.
Adam Weissman, what an incredible player. He was 10 yards, I guess, away from that receiver, but as soon as that ball was thrown, he just rushed headfirst and made a tackle for what could have been a first down conversion. Instead, it was short by a yard.
4th and 1 and a punt from Pickles here. Rockefeller back to return. Kick is up. Rockefeller weighing about his 10-yard line. He will advance it to the 15-yard line. That'll be where 1st and 10 Indianapolis Ramblers.
All right, Justin, we have 1 minute left in this first half, but it almost feels like that is 1 minute too long that they've allowed Indianapolis. We've seen them score in very short amounts of time.
Yeah, very short amount of time indeed here. As Pierce is in the shotgun.
Uh-oh.
And we have, I believe, a neutral zone infraction, and that pass is caught there by Ryan Roosevelt, but we'll see about the penalty.
It probably is, and there's a chance they might accept it because that's free 5 yards, because I think that pass was only for 5 yards.
Yeah, a neutral zone infraction there. And that was
Ooh, that's
Dakota Butts on the penalty. So it'll be a 1st and 5. Move the ball up to the 21-yard line. And off to Brad Jones, and Jones spins around once, spins around twice.
Oh my goodness.
but he gets the first down. And Brad Jones has been a monster tonight. 10.5 yards a carry, 174 yards in this game so far.
What an incredible showing by Brad Jones. I think we have one thing we have not talked about much is how they have demolished this rushing defense, who have been incredible all season. In fact, this game they look nothing like that.
Yeah, another handoff is to Brad Jones, and Jones gets tripped up there. Look, a gain about 6 on the carry there. That'll be a 2nd and 4 for Indianapolis coming up. 23 seconds left. 20 seconds left on the clock.
You know, sometimes when the team just hands it off before the half, sometimes you think they're just settling for the score. But the way Brad Jones has been playing, I think they're just going for it.
Yeah, they're going for the early dagger here. As another handoff hit to Brad Jones, and Jones spins around once, gets the first down with no time left on the clock, and we will go to halftime, 35-3.
Wow, that could have developed into a huge play. I think he had one lead blocker ahead of him, unable to break away from those two tacklers, I mean. And it's the halftime that was characterized by Brad Jones and Brian Roosevelt.
Yeah, a game of all Indianapolis, 35-3. Indianapolis leads Motor City as we head to the second half here at the Snake Pit. Justin Reeside, Mark Lopez, Dwayne Schindler, and Liam Crowder on stats. And Cameron Irvine is always producing back at SFL headquarters. Kicked away by Lane Barney waits at about his 2-yard line. And he will turn it to the 23-yard line, 1st and 10, Motor City. And Motor City this half has to probably get some points here because they've been gashed left and right so far by Brad Jones on the defensive side.
Oh yeah, gashed for sure. Egos broken down because Motor City, the number one in rushing touchdowns allowed, they've only allowed 2. All season, they already allowed 4 today.
1st and 10 at the 23. Create a sidearm throw in the flats to Baloo Scott, and Scott will get a 3-yard gain of that 2nd and 7 coming up.
Someone was made like a fool as Baloo Scott broke the first tackle on her, taken down after the second tackler. They'll pick up 3 yards for her team. It's interesting what kind of huge plays Motor City can generate. They have generated very few so far.
2nd and 7 from the 27-yard line. Handoff, it's to Baloo Scott, and Scott fumbles the football. And looked like Creator got the ball back there. It'll be a 3rd and 9 for Motor City.
I think you're right. I think Creator did get back on the ball. Fortunate for them. The unfortunate thing is it was recovered behind the line of scrimmage. So, in essence, a yard loss on that play. But at least you can say it's not a turnover. Still unfortunate.
Very unfortunate indeed. But Motor City had a little bit of luck there as they recovered the fumble. 3rd and 9 at the 24-yard line. Creator goes back to pass. Another sidearm throw, and that one's caught. 1st down, Motor City. Making the catch on the fly, there's Rain Darby.
Credit Drain Darby for recognizing to run his route beyond the 1st down marker. We have seen many players in this league run those routes, but short of the 1st down sticks. This time, Darby won't allow that to happen. Gets a 1st down for his team.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Creator back to pass. Throws it sidearm, and that is complete to Baloo Scott, and Scott will advance the ball. She will get a 2-yard gain of that 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, offensively, Baloo Scott, despite not generating a lot of yards on the ground, I was going to say good in the air as well, but even in the air, only 13 yards and 5 receptions. So overall, Baloo Scott has been ineffective.
2nd and 8 from the 36. Create a sidearm throw. Complete.
Nice.
At the 1st down marker. And that is Rain Darby, 1st down.
That's deja vu for Darby against his defender. Finds his way into that out route. open enough that he converts on the first down and another first down as a result of a very similar play.
Yeah, 1st and 10 here at the 44-yard line. Creative changing the play on the line. Hand off to Christopher Dean this time, and Dean will advance at 3 yards, 2nd and 7 coming up.
Indiana very good at stopping the run so far, almost as if they are the number one rushing defense in the league. They have allowed only a total of 25 rushing yards this game.
Yes. As a 2nd and 7 from the 47-yard line. Creative Simar throws it, and that one's caught. First down for the V8s, and that'll be making that catch is Guy Clausen.
I mean, see, the bright side of this drive has been creative finding his guy at the edge, just throwing those out routes, and those players converting on first downs. They have really been what has been salvaging a drive that is characterized by really, anemic running offense.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of Indianapolis for Motor City. Ready to get the snap and hand off to Blue Scott, and Scott is pushed back behind the line there. Man, that was a hard hit there
That was Chris
by
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yeah, he has. That's already his second tackle of the afternoon. First tackle for loss. Yeah, that was a loss of 2 yards.
2nd and 12 from the 47-yard line. Pierce with the throw, and that is caught in the flats by Brad Jones, and Jones will get no gain out of that. Or Scott, excuse me, will get no gain out of that. 3rd and 11 coming up.
Yeah, if I was the coach here, I'd be telling to create maybe start throwing to your more successful players. Try to fill costs. Only one catch so far, but that was the 14-yard completion that was good for their first down.
As Create is back to throw. Throws a long dart, and that one was picked up.
What? That's a weird play overall, Justin.
Rockefeller with the interception there.
Like, I thought the defender didn't even move at all to get to the point of that, of that trajectory of that pass. And just picks it off, easy peasy, chill, relaxing. He didn't get the ball. The ball got him.
Yeah, the ball came to Rockefeller like he was waiting for a sandwich there. As it's 1st and 10, Pierce with the throw over to Brad Johnson in the flat, and Jones will get a 2nd and 2, 8-yard gain.
Jesus Louise, Brad Jones. He's essentially, he made a fool of 3 people, and even if I say overload the edge and stop Brad Jones with numbers, he just made a fool of 3 people. 3 tacklers broken, and then tackle his shoelaces. What a guy this guy is so far.
Yeah, we go to a heavy set I formation here for Indianapolis. 2nd and 2 at the 32. Handoff is to Brad Jones, and Jones gets his blockers, and he is met at the line before he can even try to go to the end zone there. But it's a first down for Indianapolis.
Motor City's defense in a constant state of red alert. As you see right there, one block, another block right here. Good tackle by number 44 to stop Brad Jones on his tracks. That was Nicholas Warner with his second tackle of the day. And, plays like that from Brad Jones really wears down the defense because they're just chasing around the guy that they can't chase because they're always behind his lead blocker.
As Allen says to Brad Jones, and Jones finds look like a pile of gray and black jerseys there as it's 2nd and 7 for a 3-yard gain.
That's another Brad Jones carry, already up to 17 carries after that one. 169 yards, 4 touchdowns. He has been having quite the afternoon.
Yeah, quite the afternoon into the evening here for Indianapolis. Shotgun formation, gun straight here. Pierce gets a snap and he throws, and that one is caught.
Wow.
For Indianapolis first down, making the catch is, yeah, Colin. Yeah, looked like looked like it was Pierce on, or no, that was Banfield on the catch.
Jeff Banfield, what a catch by him too. A little fancy schmancy in that catch. Had to bend down, lower his hands to the ground to make a catch right there, but nonetheless, another first down converted.
Yeah, handoff is to Jones, and Jones drags two defenders with him before he gains 2 yards.
Yeah, and you kind of see the stark difference of the two-star halfbacks. Whenever Jones in this drive was tackled behind the line of scrimmage, it seems like he's able to push his tackler forward and gain at least an extra yard instead of a loss. That's not the same story on the other side of the field.
Yeah, not the same song and dance as we've seen Indianapolis have all day, as it's 2nd and 8. Pierce throws, and that one is caught at the sideline there. There is Ryan Roosevelt there on the catch.
Short pass by Ryan Roosevelt. You know, Ryan Roosevelt's going to take any play, any short pass. If it's wide open and it's complete, he is doing his job. And boy, what a job he's been doing. Up to 129 yards. You can see his numbers down below your screen right there. Wow, what a day.
What a day indeed here. 3rd and 7 from the 39-yard line in Motor City territory. Pierce throws it and making the catch at its highest point there. Holy moly, it's Jay Viper. First catch of the day for him.
After being targeted a couple times already, he finally makes a one successful catch for him. And it is another catch for another first down. Colin Pierce's completion rate has been incredible, 70%. Only missed 6 passes total. A few of them, it could have been interceptions, but nothing.
Yeah, as the handoff is to Jones, and Jones will get all 10 yards he needs for a first down.
The yardage machine. They had to rely on their free safety, David Leathers, among the people who ended up tackling Jones. And what? That's rough, right? At least your safety's doing their job of being the safety, right? Stopping any huge plays from ending in that touchdown. But that's the 3rd level of defender. So your running back gets there. He's already done his work.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Shotgun set here for Pierce. Pierce gets a snap. Throws it and finds Viper on a look like to be a kind of a, I don't know, a short route there. 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 3, 7-yard gain out of that play.
I thought there were 2 receivers who are the same, destination point of the catch, but I guess Viper gets it instead and gets a solid yardage gain on that play. They'll go for 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 here from the 10-yard line. And up to Jones, and Jones gets met there by Halford there, and 3rd and 6 here. Lost about a yard or 2.
3rd tackle for loss by Matthew Halford. All 3 tackles on Jones that have been for a loss. Guess who has been involved in them? It's Matthew Halford.
Yeah, Matthew Halford there. Getting the bulk of these tackles for loss here for Motor City as this pass is complete. Jay Viper, first down and goal for Indianapolis.
Jay Viper is starting to heat up. 3 targets in a row, 3 catches in a row, and 2 of them have been for first downs, and he has been showing that he too can play a very pivotal part of this passing offense. He has been catching this Motor City defense with their, with their eyes covered or something.
Yeah, with their eyes closed, or a blanket, a sheep with their, as they say, a sheep with wool over their eyes. As Brad Jones gets it back to about the 4-yard line before he's tackled.
Yeah, Motor City did not like what happened in the first half, where he just pranced into the end zone basically for Brad Jones. And now they're setting up for another rush, potentially maybe.
Yep, another hand off to Brad Jones, and Jones spins around trying to get the goal over the goal line, but he gets right at the goal line.
I mean, they stopped the touchdown, but boy, good luck stopping what is essentially 0 yards away for 6 points. They'll need. I'm surprised they haven't just put everyone at the line yet.
Get everyone to the line. Do something that Brett Jones waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown, the Ramblers score.
That was just, yeah, that was too easy. It was just Jones doing what he has been doing all afternoon. A very career day for him. This could very easily be his best game of his career. We'll have to wait and see for that at the end of the game. But boy, what an afternoon he's been having. In only 2 seasons in the league, he has put up an incredible game for the ages.
Yeah, it's a game for the ages here for the Ramblers. As the bar kick is up, and it is good. 42-3. Ramblers over the Motor City V8s. And the SFL Weekly Fantasy Football Contest is officially up and running. Think you can draft the best team every week while staying under the salary cap? Maybe just need to enhance your SFL experience? Free to play, no season-long commitment, and a new contest opens every week on Tuesday night. Join now and show off your fantasy skills to the rest of the league. Contact Jack Wall, Stephen Hacker, or her to know where to join today. As Blaine Barney returns it to the 24-yard line. And this is Motor City is I don't know what to say, do or die now, being down by a lot of touchdown.
They're definitely drowning, trying to grasping at straws, trying to swim up to the surface, because boy, are they in deep trouble.
Yeah, they're trying to find a life raft, and they can't find it right now. Then off here to Blue Scott, and Scott will get at least a yard out of that 2nd and 9 coming up for Motor City.
Yeah, needless to say, this Motor City offense has been stifled.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the running game has been kind of non-existent there, but the yardage here beginning. Oh my goodness, yeah, trying to do his, I guess, best impression of OJ Bruin there, and he gets a yard out of that.
Gets 1 yard for his team. Probably a trick play trying to trick the offense, but the offense has been good in the run so far. So if you try to trick them with a run, boy, is that not going to do wonders for you.
The I formation here, 3rd and 8 coming up here. Fake the Blue Scott.
Oh my.
Trying to throw it sidearm, but he avoids the sack of Joseph.
Chris Joseph, we've been talking about him all day, even in the first half. He just seems to always be within a feet of Creata whenever Creata makes those throws. And this time, at least it's not an actual sack, instead of hit before the ball was thrown.
As we will have this punt from Pickles here, and visit the SFL website at simulationfootball.net for info about the leagues and its 28 teams, all the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sparks Promotions. The all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, and the rankings of the next SFL class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. 1st and 10 for Indianapolis at the 44. As Pierce gets a snap, he throws, and that one is caught on a line. And that was Banfield on the catch.
Yeah, Banfield makes a good catch right there, falling on the ground to get that catch. It was also Pierce basically throws Banfield open with that one. Had to make his receiver work for the catch. But boy, did he work wonders with that one. Comes away with the catch. Good first play for this drive for Indiana.
And can we get some 4s, some 86s, and some 12s in the chat? 42-3. Motor City down to Indianapolis Ramblers. You are watching the SFL presented by APM Music on Twitch.
Do we have any believers in the chat? Do you think Motor City can come back, or is this story in the books? Indianapolis looking to nail the coffin.
As we're in a heavy set I formation, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Brad Jones with the carry, but he loses 3 yards on that play. But he's already got 181 yards as long as it's 58, 722 yards of carry here today.
Yeah, if you're just joining and you see his long of 58, note that that was not only his 50-yard run. He's had at least 2 50-yard runs.
Yeah. At least 2 indeed. It's 2nd and 13 at the 41 of Motor City. Pierce throws it in the flats to Jones, and Jones spins around once, but he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it.
If there's anything Motor City's been doing well against Jones, is that Jones has been generating much on the air. 2 catches for 10 yards. I mean, that's still 5 yards per catch, per reception, but, you know, at least they've got that covered.
3rd and 11 here. Pierce in the shotgun. He gets the snap. Throws it. And that one is caught there. Pierce to Pierce connection is made. 1st down Indianapolis.
What a gutsy play right there. That was thrown in coverage. Colin Pierce just makes a great offensive play right here. I mean, I see. Basically, Colin Pierce just run the route. The pass was made just underneath the defenders, and at least underneath enough that they're not close to bat that down. That was a good pass and a catch.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of Motor City. Pierce back in the shotgun. Throws it again, and that one is caught there, saving it. There's Jay Viper for an 8-yard gain.
Jay Viper saying hello once again. It's another catch for him, catch number 4.
Yeah, catch number 4, 2nd and 2 coming up the 17-yard line. This time Pierce is under center in an I formation. And off is the Brad Jones, and Jones will get stopped behind the line. 3rd and 4 for Indianapolis there. Connolly with the tackle for loss.
179 yards. Those tackles for loss is definitely chipping away at his yards for sure, but still, what a day for him. And we've said it already at the halftime.
Another handoff to Brad Jones, and Jones finds the hole.
Are you kidding me?
The defender, he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Ramblers.
Who is this guy? Brad Jones? Brad Jones should have been in every person's fantasy league. This guy's generating so much points. Whomever has him in his roster, 6 touchdowns. And I mean, he was dead to rights, Justin. He should have been stopped 10 yards ago, 15 yards ago, and he just does everything. He just breaks people's hearts, breaks people's egos. Their hearts were broken in their last game. They're not going to allow any heartbreak for them this week.
Yeah, as Barr comes out for the extra point here. Snap and hold for good. The Barr kick is up, and the kick is good, and it's 49-3. Indianapolis over Motor City. APM Music is unrivaled music, bringing your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. As Rockefeller receives it at his 5-yard line. And he will take it to about to the 29-yard. Or Lane Barney, takes it to the 29-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 for Motor City.
Yeah, this is rough. By the way, I'm looking at it, and 49 points by Indianapolis. They basically beat the over-under by themselves.
Yeah, over-under was 48.5 by our friends at Jack's Data. Yeah, as the pass is deflected away. intended for Orain Darby.
Orange Darby, you can see there, targeted 10 times, and only 6 of those were for completions. And you can really see, oh, that looked like the ball was in his hand, so it could have been a drop, in fact. Oh wait, no, that was a defender. My bad. But yeah, good defensive play right there.
Yeah, good defensive play. And Indianapolis was a 3.5-point favorite, and they blew that stack stat number out of the water there. As it's second and 10 for Motor City here. Create it back to throw. And that one is incomplete. Looked like there he was looking for Chris Rediner Mejeda in there in the pile.
Wiseman just soars into the air for that pass deflection. Wiseman also a core part of the secondary that has been really keeping the number one player in terms of completion and yards away from completion and yards.
As Creator's in the I formation. Creator throws it. Almost, and it is intercepted. Taking that ball away, Ernest McCray Sr.
All right. This defense is for real. I mean, if you just look at this week, they are pretty good. The secondary has limited Creator to only 95 yards. We're already in the fourth quarter, and he is still sub 130 attempts. So everyone in the secondary for Indianapolis is really playing out of their minds, forcing Creator to the short passes only.
Yeah, short pass indeed. First and 10 for Indianapolis in Motor City territory at the 36. Pierce back to throw. He throws, and that one's caught by Banfield. Wow. Banfield will get a 9-yard gain.
Well, what a play by Banfield. Usually when you see those catches in the out route, they end up bringing their momentum out of bounds, but instead agile enough to cut vertically instead and get 2 yards more on that play.
Yeah. Second and a yard here. Hand off to Brad Jones. Brad Jones steps.
Are you kidding me?
And he goes all the way down to this 18-yard line. That's a first and 10 for Indianapolis.
I don't know, Justin. It feels like whenever Motor City is, already tackling Brad Jones, he just scoots away and they can't get a hold of him. That has been the story of the afternoon. They just can't get a hold of Brad Jones, already up to 200 yards, eclipsing the second century mark.
As we go to gun straight formation here for Indianapolis on a first and 10, that one's caught by Pierce there. Pierce to Pierce connection, second and 4. Coming up, 6-yard gain on that one.
It is a pretty good connection. That is 3 connections, 3 receptions, and 4 targets.
Second and 4 from the 11-yard line of Motor City. Hand up to Brad Jones, and Jones trying to get through the line, but he's met there for a 2-yard gain.
Till it's 3rd and 2, and if you've been following the game since the beginning, sometimes you think, that'll be a conversion for a first down and then a touchdown. Motor City has only stopped Indianapolis, maybe 1 time, maybe 2 times only this game.
Yeah, as we go to a heavy set I formation, hand off to Brad Jones, and Jones trying to move his wheels, and he does get the first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And it is confirmed Indianapolis has not scored in a drive only once. That was a punt in the first half, and that's it.
Yes, Brad Jones once again gets the carry, and he will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, second and goal.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line, Justin. We might see just a heavy dosage of Brad Jones, because not only has he been reliable, it also keeps the clock going for them. Just keep the ball running.
Yeah, keep the clock going, keep the clock running as we're in an I formation here.
Wow, look at those numbers.
Yeah, 208 yards on 30 attempts. As this one is knocked down. Rugen there on the pat down there as he was trying to get to Banfield.
I thought it might have been a drop or a misthrow, but I guess nothing doing on that one. 3rd and 8. One of their red zone situations that is not actually close to the end zone, so they might settle for a pass here. They are formed up for a pass.
Yeah, shotgun formation. Pierce back to throw. He throws it in the end zone, and that one is caught. Touchdown, Ryan Roosevelt joins the touchdown brigade.
The other horn of this duo of offense unicorns is Ryan Roosevelt. And wow, he just cuts inside, goes for the 50-50. He wins that. He has won so many 50-50s this game, it feels like. And what a player Ryan Roosevelt has been in the afternoon.
Yeah,
And
I think, the 50-50 balls we've been talking about ad nauseum all game long. As Barr comes out to kick the extra point here.
yeah, when you flip a coin 10 times, eventually you expect it to fail at some point, but it seems like it's always coming heads
The
for
kick
Ryan Roosevelt.
up and the kick is good, and Indianapolis 56-3. We have a 50 burger on our hands here in this game. Yes, tomorrow on Next Level Sports, Eric Price and the Denver Night Wings take their home cooking on the road against Ike McBride and the Lone Star Glory at 8:45 Eastern. Live look-ins will include Motor City, live look-ins will include Fort Wayne at Las Vegas. For a channel guide and more information about Next Level Sports, head over to SFL.com. As Lane Barney returns it to the 26-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 Motor City, and Motor City has been, I guess you could say, trying to paddle down the river without a boat.
Yes, they're paddling, but without the boat. That is a very good analogy of their situation right now. It is rough going.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line, creating a shotgun. Pass is intercepted. Going all the way to the end zone, McCray Sr. touchdown, Indianapolis.
Wow, just pouring salt on the wounds. And, I mean, they're going to go back to their drawing board for sure. That is Motor City. They tried their best, but their best, it's not even not good enough. It wasn't good at all.
Yes, McCray Sr. takes that one to the house. My goodness, this reminds me of Las Vegas, Atlanta last season, even though it's about to be 63-3. Indianapolis over Motor City.
That is very rough. That is, sometimes in these games you just need to have short-term amnesia, Justin. Forget a game like this happening.
Yeah, forget the game like this, and I think we've seen a lot of games go lopsided sometimes, and this one is a very lopsided score right now, 36-3. As Barr is set for the kick, Lane Barney is set to return this football. As Lane Barney will take it to the 25, and this game for Motor City, you might want to do the MIB flash here and just forget about this one.
I mean, we have 5 minutes left in the game, Justin, and at some point, we might be bordering on history. There are many historical things that can happen. We are waiting on confirmation of what they could be. Points, the largest margin of victory, but boy, what a game.
Yeah, boy, what a game indeed. And Indianapolis all day gets it in the flats and gets a 4-yard gain. Gets a 4-yard gain of that 2nd and 6 coming up for Motor City.
Let's go. 2nd and 5 from 30-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. Create under center in the pro set. Creative pumps once, looking, I believe he was looking for Guy Clausen, but he led him a little too far on that one.
Yeah, a little too far for sure. Or perhaps Clausen could have been bumped a little bit on his route and just not on time on that play. And you know, your Motor City and you're down, your defense will take that. An incompletion by what seems like a clean record for Colin Pierce.
3rd and 6 from the 29-yard line. And that one is caught down the middle as we go into a hurry-up offense here for Motor City.
Interesting choice.
Creative back to throw, and he is dropped, but he avoids the sack there of Joseph. Or Grinko.
That was an interesting no huddle offense decision. But trying to catch a team who's been down off guard. Guys, they are already down and beaten. Trying to catch them off guard is a little too much, I think.
Yeah, little. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line. As the catch is made there by Arain Darby and a 6-yard gain of that 3rd and 4.
As we look at the stats right there, 140, almost 150 yards by Ryan Roosevelt, and really goes to show how he has been incredible at all levels of play for a wide receiver.
Yeah, I formation here for Motor City here. Create back to throw. He throws it, and that one is caught. And oh my goodness, Phil Koss there, 1st down, he was mowing down guys as he was going out of bounds.
Yeah, Phil Koss, look at that. And what a play out of that formation. You're thinking, run, run, run. I think Indiana forgot that Motor City has not been doing well on the run. Did not expect the pass. And instead, that was a conversion for 1st down by Motor City.
1st and 10 for Motor City at the Indianapolis territory. Get it back to throw, and he is sacked there. 4-yard loss here in a hurry up. As it's going to hurry up offense here for Motor City. Creator gets the snap again out of the formation. Complete to Dean, and Dean will get a gain there. 3rd and 4. Third and 4 at the 31. Creator gets a snap. Throws it, and that is thrown short to Koss, incomplete.
Was it short or was it over him? I didn't quite see it, but an unfortunate incompletion. They're gonna go for this, Justin. They are down and out, but they're gonna go down and out fighting, so they're gonna want to go for this.
Yeah, as they say that Motor City's about to go down in a blaze of glory, but it's not too glorious as it's 4th and 4 at Indianapolis 31. Create it back to pass. He throws. Incomplete. 50-50 ball there between, looked like Kaufman and Rockefeller, and Rockefeller won the battle.
And really, Krieta has been struggling with his passing. A completion rate of 57% after that incompletion. 40 attempts, 23 completions. And yes, he is throwing a lot this season, but he was throwing at a clip of 70% to 5 games prior. Not this game. He has been stopped.
Yes, looked like Jones got the carry there, and that was a hat off. It looked like AJ Foyt's out there. Most of the backups are in.
It was 44 on 44 action. Nicholas Warner hitting Brad Jones behind the line of scrimmage. I think that was Brad Jones, and I'm surprised he is still on the field despite being up 63-3.
Yeah, with 3:04 and counting, you mostly see backups like AJ Foyt here. Foyt under center in the I formation. Handoff is to Jones, and Jones spins and Gets the 4 yards back that he lost there. 3rd and 10 coming up for Indianapolis.
22 with the tackle.
So this is definitely a solid win for Indianapolis coming off of the bye week. And they are 2 games behind in their division.
3rd and 10.
So they really, any win for sure is good for them trying to catch up in the division before the first half concludes for the season.
As Floyd is in a shotgun formation, but looking, throws, and that one is picked off. David Leathers with the long ball interception.
I mean, they're just having fun at this point, Justin. Up 16 points, throw it big, let your wide receivers have fun. But that instead turns into the first interception of the afternoon for Colin Pierce, who otherwise would have had the perfect passing game. Instead throws one interception, and they bring out their defense once again in the field. It's the second time a drive ended for nothing for Indianapolis.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for Motor City at the 38. Greta throws, and that one is caught at the sideline there.
He picks up 5 on the play.
And that is Kaufman on the catch.
Second and 5.
2nd and 5 from the 43-yard line of Motor City. 2 minutes left till the 2-minute warning. Or 2 seconds left till the 2-minute warning. Kreda throws. Caught. Toe tag swag there, and we will hit the 2-minute warning. That's an incomplete pass. We'll have a 3rd and 3 coming out up after this. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by AP Music on Twitch.
That was another defensive pressure to create to force an incompletion.
Yeah, it's 1:58 left to go here. We just passed the 2-minute warning just on the side. Mark Lopez on the call. We thank Liam Crowder and Dwayne Schindler for doing stats. They make us look smarter than we are as Scott gets a first down in the flat pass at midfield. Create back to pass. Throws it. Incomplete pass. Looked like Darby there, but it was too far from him.
Yeah, that looked like Darby was just way out of time, way out of sync with that route. And Greta expecting Darby to be there.
Second and 10.
Darby wasn't, and it's really, maybe they're rushing it, maybe it's nerves, but that's not a good look.
Yes. 2nd and 10 from midfield. Greta gets a snap out of the shotgun. Get a summer out throws. That one is complete. Getting the 10 yards there is a Rain Darby.
I mean, it's so few times we've seen this game that a Motor City player breaks any tackle, and that's probably only the second time I've seen them break a tackle.
1st and 10 from 40
Yeah, it is a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of Indianapolis. Greta gets the snap. Throws in the flats to Scott, and Scott runs out of bounds, losing 3 yards.
Yeah, a little thrown too high and maybe too far out. The momentum of Scott was not ideal for any forward running after the catch, and that's the result of 3-yard loss. Really rough when you're looking at both offenses. It almost seems like nothing went Motor City's way. Very frustrating to watch if you're a fan, if you're a player for this team.
Yeah, we are just about under the 1:30 mark here in the 4th quarter. Creator gets a snap. He throws. And that one is caught. Phil Koss with the catch. First down, Motor City in a timeout.
And that's what they've been looking for all game. The Phil Koss catch for a huge play. We haven't seen much of it, if at all, because you've got to credit this Indiana offense. They are stopping. They're preventing any long yardage gain. But this time, Ibrahim Creata finds one.
Creata this time under center I formation here. Goes back to pass. Create a throws.
Oh,
Incomplete pass. In it looked like in and out of the hands of Phil Koss.
I couldn't tell if he dropped it or if he was bumped so that it popped out of his hands, but that is unfortunate, not what they were looking for.
Second and 10 from the 18-yard line of Indianapolis. Another I formation. Create a back to pass. Throws it in the flats. Scott catches it. Spins and gets a yard out of that. Another timeout for Motor City.
Yeah, their main goal for sure is at least to score. They haven't scored a touchdown at all this game. That one field goal they had was off of, I believe, a fumble from from the opponent's punt return that put him in good field position, but otherwise they have not scored anything good.
Fake handoff to Scott. Create a sidearm throw. Caught. First down and goal, Christopher Dean.
Yeah, that's some good running after the catch by Christopher Dean. Bright side for him is for sure his running after the catch has been pretty good at times. We've seen that a lot or a few times this afternoon, and we've seen that in that one specific play as well.
First and goal at the 6-yard line for Motor City. Trying to get some points to proverbially get some motivation heading into next week. Great up. Back to pass. Throws. Incomplete pass. Believe it's looking for Koss on the play. Myers there on the pat down. Backups in for on the defensive side for Indianapolis.
Wow, we talk about a lot of times, in this league about athletic catches. What about this athletic deflection? Jumps out of the ball, sticks his arm at the right position to deflect the ball at its trajectory. What a defensive play right there to prevent, Motor City from putting points.
Yeah, putting points on the board here. They're trying. 104 to go here. Creata looks. He throws it, caught in the end zone magnificently there. Touchdown Motor City. That is Phil Koss.
And Phil Koss brings it home for his team finally. Really craving a touchdown. And that was all Phil Koss. He just cuts outside. Finally, the defender thought he's run out his route to its completion, but instead Phil Koss cuts outside, wide open, and then thrown for a touchdown. Finally, Motor City, sighs of relief as they score 6 on the board.
Yeah, finally put that 6 on the board. But I don't know what they go for an onside here, being down 36 about to be 10 here as the kick is up and the kick is good.
I mean, you got nothing to lose, right, Justin? Might as well go for it. The obvious downside is if, you're giving Indiana another chance to just extend the lead again.
Yeah, they've been pouring on points since the first quarter here as we have the onside kick. And the Ramblers will have the football at the 40-yard line.
And if you're just joining us, I see a few people in chat wondering what happened here. We're looking at 63-10. I'll tell you what happened. Brad Jones happened. He just had his way with this defense. I'll give you a stat update for Brad Jones, who has been a monster in the afternoon after this drive concludes.
Yeah, as we're in the best formation in football, the victory formation. As AJ Foy takes a knee here in the final timeout taken by Motor City.
No, actually, since they're at victory formation, Brad Jones' stats has been cemented for the afternoon. We're looking at 210 yards and 32 carries. That's good for 6.5 yards per carry and six touchdowns.
Yeah, 5+, I guess you could say, an extra bagel there as Miller kneed on by AJ Fort in the last about 50 seconds are going to go off the clock.
Third and 13 from
Could be the
30-yard
possible final kneel down by AJ Ford as the Indianapolis Ramblers are about to take this, about to go to 2-4, and Motor City is also about to go to 2-4.
And that's it, Justin.
And that is it. Motor City gonna have to go back to the drawing board as Indianapolis will take this one 36-10.
End of regulation.
63 to 10.
Yes, 63-10 over Motor City. And this one has been I guess you could say today's game was a Brad Jones show all game long.
Oh, absolutely, 100% Brad Jones. It wasn't only him though. Like, look at this numbers: 205 yards versus 32 rushing from the V8s. But I think it's been everything. It's been the defense just putting pressure on the front and not allowing Creata to create anything really. With the pressure on his face. And then on the other end, you have both Brad Jones on the ground, and then let's not forget about the number 17 catcher Ryan Roosevelt for Indiana, doing his own work as well, over 100 receiving yards. I think, Justin, after this game, their rankings within the stats leaderboards in terms of yards, points, rushing yards, that's all going to change, especially on defense. Indiana looked like they were the worst rushing defense. I don't think that's going to be the case after this game.
Yeah, not the case after this one. Nope. The Ramblers will be probably higher in the rankings here after this one, because that is a lot of yards racked up by this Indianapolis Ramblers team after the proverbial catch in the can for this team. And there's the pick 6 there by McCray Sr. there, just adding up the points here for Indianapolis. As we see the full cost run in the highlights.
And Phil Koss has been definitely one of the highlights for the V8s, despite the disappointing, discouraging loss for sure. But Phil Koss, the few targets he's had, he had the one touchdown for sure, right? But he has also been Mr. Old Reliable when everyone else has not been making their own plays or has been covered well by the defense.
Yeah, this was a game for all the Ramblers, and the player of the game is...
Gotta be one guy, right?
Yes. Brad Jones, 33 attempts, 210 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 10 reception yards. And this concludes our game here. I'm Justin Risade with Mark Lopez, Dwayne Schindler, and Liam Crowd on stats. Cameron Irvine producing. Final score 36-10. Indianapolis over Motor City. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night.